हरिः ओम् नमः सर्वेभ्यः। अद्य कृदन्तप्रकरणस्य शतोत्तरः चतुर्विंशः पाठः। क्तिं प्रत्ययस्य प्रक्रियायाः अद्य अध्ययनं करिष्यामः। येनाक्षरसमाम्नायमधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्। मुनित्रयं नमस्कृत्य तदुक्तिः परिभाव्य च वैयाकरणसिद्धान्तकौमुदीयं विरच्यते। सिद्धान्तकौमुद्याः अस्य वर्गस्य प्रयोजनानि। सिद्धान्तकौमुद्याः कृदन्तप्रकरणस्य सर्वेषां सूत्राणां विस्तारेण अध्ययनं, यत्र आवश्यकं तत्र अन्येषां व्याख्यानानां साहाय्येन शास्त्राध्ययनं, सर्वेभ्यः धातुभ्यः यथा योग्यं कृत्प्रत्यययोजनं, कृत्प्रत्ययपरे रूपनिर्माणप्रक्रियायाः अभ्यासः। This is the focus for today's class. अष्टाध्याय्याः तृतीयाध्यायस्य कण्ठस्थीकरणम्। पूर्वस्मिन् वर्गे अस्माभिः नवमं करपत्रं सम्पूर्णरूपेण अधीतं। तत्र एकस्य सूत्रस्य विषये किञ्चित् अधिकं स्पष्टीकर्तुम् इच्छामि। तत् प्रारम्भे दृष्ट्वा तदनन्तरं प्रक्रियायाः अध्ययनं प्रारभामहे। So I listened to yesterday's class and I was not very happy with the explanation that I myself gave for this particular sutram, paryayarhanotpattishunnvuchu. Most of the things were correct, but one or two minor details I did not explain the way I wanted to explain. So I just wanted to, restate those things. So atra asmin sutre chatvarah vishayaः uktaः santi. Paryaya is taking turns one after the other. Arha is eligibility. You are eligible to do something. Runa is the debt. Utpatti. So yesterday I mentioned that utpatti is basically desire. It's not necessarily only desire. It can be any janma. So even the beginning of an act, kriyayaha prarambhaha, that also can be called as janma. So this particular point I forgot to mention yesterday. So if you look at the example, ikshu bhakshika me udapadi. Ikshu bhakshika can be interpreted as act of eating the sugarcane. So ikshu means sugarcane, or you can take it as a name of a sweet, whatever. So eat the act of eating the sugarcane, it has started or it has taken birth, or the desire for eating the sugarcane, and therefore the eating of sugarcane has taken birth. So that is an example. Odana bhojika, the lunch has just started. Payaf paika, the drinking has just started. This is actually more commonly accepted meaning of this particular utpatti rather than the desire. The reason I mentioned desire is because if you see this, chikirsha utpadyate. So the counter example or the alternate example that they have given is kartum ichha chikirsha, that utpadyate. So tatra ichha utpadyate, tatra desire utpadyate iti counter example dattam asti. So I was in that thought and I explained this utpatti janma as desire itself, but let's take it as the utpatti, the birth of the action itself, the eating begin, or the consumption begin, the drinking begin, and so on. In the same way, for others, rune, runam asti, ikshu bhakshikam me dharayasi. So I think I have explained all these aspects correctly, that you owe me the, lunch of that sweet, or you owe me the consumption of that, whatever, ikshu, sugarcane. Odana bhojikam, you owe me a lunch, you owe me a drink, and so on. So all these aspects I have explained correctly. This last part, utpatti, I just wanted to add a little bit of clarification on that. Similarly, over here, arhe arhati bhavan ikshu bhakshikam arhati, you deserve the consumption of this particular sugarcane or sweet, whatever. So ikshu typically means sugarcane, but commentaries, sometimes I've seen commentaries using it, translating is that as some kind of sweet. So ikshu bhakshika is not the name of the sweet. Ikshu can be taken as the name of the sweet. Bhakshika is basically the act of eating. So that was the part I wanted to discuss from the yesterday's class. Just give me 1 minute. Now there was one more question towards the end of yesterday's class which I did not take because we were running out of time. But now that we are over here, let me take that question and we can move ahead. So the question was about the bhashyas, and the question was that not all the sutras have Mahabhashya part over here. So for the sutras which don't have the Mahabhashya part, is the Mahabhashya not existent, or it is not there on the website? So the answer is Mahabhashyam is not written for all the 4,000 sutras. Only around 1700 sutras, 40% of the sutras have Bhashya commentary associated with them, and whichever sutras have the bhashya commentary, it is there on the website. So for example, Vruddhi Radhaich has a detailed bhasha, it runs pages after pages, you can see over here. But immediately next sutram, Adengunaha, does not have any kind of bhashyam, so there is no bhashyam in Adengunaha. So not all sutras have bhasha, only 40% of them have it. And more importantly, bhasha is not an explanatory kind of vyakhyanam on the sutras. So anybody who does not understand the meaning of the sutras should never go to the bhashyam and try to decipher the meaning. He will be even more confused. First, you should read the basic vyakhya granthas or basic vritti granthas like Kashika. Start with Kashika or Kaumudi. Kaumudi is even more complex than Kashika. Kaumudi is denser than Kashika. So the meaning of the sutras can be found from books like Kaumudi or Laghu Siddhanta Kaumudi, Kashika, Prathama Vritti, and so on. And Bhashya expects that you already know the meaning, and then it will ask you questions that these commentaries would not have addressed. Or, I mean, this is just to be, taken in perspective, because Bhashya came first and all these commentaries came later on. But a lot of advanced topics that not necessarily beginner students or intermediate students will even dare to or even care to know all these things. These things are all explained, elaborated, discussed in the Bhashyam. So that was a question about the Bhashyam, which I have explained right now. Now let's go to the Ktin Pratyaya, the Prakriya of the Ktin Pratyaya. Tatra Prakriyayaha flow chart asti. This is like our savior for our entire, all the Prakriya classes. So we will be going through these steps one by one. 99% of the sutras are all already discussed at multiple times. So I do not want to go in the details. I have just written the sutra. I will speak the sutra. Maybe in 30 seconds, I'll give an example or a quick one-line meaning and an example, and then we will move ahead. Only a handful of sutras we will probably go in a little bit deeper details. So prarabhamahe tatra prathamah sopanah krudvrittihi, usually ignored by many people while writing the prakriya, but we start with krudvrittihi. स्त्रियां क्तिन इत्यनेन पाठितः क्तिन प्रत्ययः भावाधिकारे अस्ति, अकर्तरि च कारके संज्ञायाम् अस्मिन् अधिकारे अस्ति, अतः तत्र वृत्तिलेखन समये भावस्य निर्देशं कृत्वा वृत्तिः लेखनीया, नो चेत् अकर्तरि कारके वृत्तिलेखनं करणीयम्. सो कृतिः इति शब्दः अस्ति. क्रियते इति कृतिः, दिस इज भावे. क्रियते सा कृतिः, दिस इज कर्मणि. क्रियते अनया इति कृतिः, दिस इज करणे. So you can use whichever a kartari karaka makes sense, you can use that. In addition, you can always use it in the bhave. Of course, when we talk about akartari chakarake, there is always that clause of samnyayam. So better stick with bhave if you do not really know. I mean, for example, kruti is a very well known term, but if you do not know if a certain term is used in a particular akartari karaka, we better stick to bhave. So manyate iti matihi, manyate samatihi, manyate anaya iti matihi, मन्यते अस्याम इति मति. कश्चन अन्यः विषयः यत्र बुद्धौ मन्यते सा बुद्धिः मतिः नाम्ना ज्ञायते. श्रूयते इति श्रुतिः, श्रूयते सा श्रुतिः, श्रूयते अनया इति श्रुतिः. दिस वाज द वार्तिकम दैट वी स्टडीड यस्टरडे. सो अनेन प्रकारेण भिन्नैः प्रकारैः वृत्तिः भवितुम् अर्हति. स्थागापापचो भावे इति सूत्रेण पाठितः क्तिन् प्रत्ययः तत्र तु भावे एव भवति. तत्र भावे इति विशिष्टरूपेण लिखितमस्ति. उपस्थीयते इति उपस्थितिः, सङ्गीयते इति सङ्गीतिः, सम्पीतिः, पक्तिः, एंड सो ऑन. अन्ये अपि विशिष्टाः सन्दर्भाः अस्माभिः दृष्टाः रोगाख्यायां बहुलं संज्ञायां एंड सो ऑन. तत्तत् सन्दर्भे तादृशी वृत्ति अवश्यम भवितुम अर्हति. So you can try out those particular vrittis also. I have given those examples during individual sutras. Agre gacchamaha, we go to the next step. The next step is there is no upapadam in the current case. So we have dhatu, itsamya lopa, all the very common sutras, animittikam prakritika karyam, dhatva saha, no naha, iditonum dhatoho. All these normal karyas will be there. And then finally you have a ready-made dhatu, which is now anticipating the krut pratyaya. So that was the second step. Dhatushu itsamya vidhanam, tadanantaram dhatva saha, तत्रेकं वार्तिकम् अपि अस्ति सुब्धातुष्ठिभूष्वष्कतीनां सत्त्वप्रतिषेधो वक्तव्यः णो नः इदितो नुम् धातुः सामान्य रूपेण अन्यासु प्रक्रियासु अस्मिन् स्थले आतिदेशिक धातु विशिष्टानि कार्याणि अपि अस्माभिः निर्दिश्यन्ते गुप्तिचकिद्भ्यः सन् एंड सो ऑन परन्तु अत्र यत्र यत्र आतिदेशिक धातुः अस्ति तत्र तत्र क्तिन् प्रत्ययः नैव भवति अप्रत्ययात् इति सूत्रेण अ इति क्तिन् प्रत्ययस्य अपवादः विधीयते अतः तस्य चिन्तनम् अस्मिन् सन्दर्भे नैव उपपद्यते नैव आवश्यकम् अतः आतिदेशिक धातुभ्यः क्तिन् प्रत्ययस्य अपवादत्वेन कुत्रचित् अप्रत्यय अस्ति कुत्रचित् अङ् अस्ति युच् अस्ति ण्यन्तेभ्यः एते प्रत्ययाः भवन्ति अतः तत्र तत्र तु तादृशानि सूत्राणि भवन्ति एव अस्मिन् सन्दर्भे तेषां चिन्तनं नैव आवश्यकम् तदनन्तरं तृतीयः सोपानः प्रक्रिया विवक्षायां धातौ परिवर्तनं so you have the dhatu and this dhatu is now anticipating a krut pratyaya and in the anticipation of the krut pratyaya even before the krut pratyaya comes in certain transformations happen these transformations were taught in class number 11 and class number 13 these transformations are primarily divided into two groups the ardha dhatu ke adhikara which is present in 2.4 and adecha upadeshe ashiti so that ashiti section which is present in 6.1 I'm discussing all this because we are coming towards the end of the course so this also automatically acts as a revision for people who are revising the older classes or trying to clarify certain doubts so अत्र आर्धधातुके इत्यस्मिन् अधिकारे विद्यमानानि सूत्राणि अदो जग्धिर्ल्यप्तिकिति अस्तेर्भुः ब्रुवो वचिः चक्षिङः ख्याय इति सर्वाणि सामान्यरूपेण तत्र सूत्राणि विद्यन्ते तत्र अज धातोः विषये वलादौ आर्धधातुके विकल्पः इष्यते इति वि इति आदेशस्य वैकल्प्यः और विकल्पत्व वैकल्प्यत्वं तत्र उच्यते सो अज धातोः विकल्पेन वि इति आदेशः भवति अजेर्व्यघञपोः इति सूत्रं तत्र वलादि आर्धधातुकः प्रत्ययः अस्ति चेत् तत्र विकल्पः सो वलादौ आर्धधातुके विकल्पः इष्यते अज इत्यस्य स्थाने विकल्पेन वि आदेशः क्तिन् प्रत्यये कृते अक्ति नो चेत् वीति इति रूपाणि सिद्ध्यन्ति सम इति उपसर्गः यदा विधीयते तदा संज्ञायां समजनिषद इत्यत्र क्यप इति प्रत्ययः अस्माभिः दृष्टः लेट्स गो टू दैट सूत्रम एंड डू अ क्विक रिविजन संज्ञायां समजनिषद इत्यत्र समजादिभ्यः धातुभ्यः इत्युक्ते सम प्लस अज इत्यत्र क्यप इति प्रत्ययः भवति तत्र अजेः क्यपि विभावो न इति वाच्यम् इति वार्तिकम् अस्माभिः दृष्टम् सो while aja is allowed to optionally get converted to v that conversion is only for the ktin prakriya when the sama upasarga comes over there and when we want to derive a form called samajya tatra tu ajadhatoho vi iti adesha vikalpenapi na bhavati ajehe kyapi vi bhavo na iti vachyam iti vartikam tatra agacchati so this whole section was about 2.4 ardha dhatuke iti adhikara. The next one is 6.1 adecha upadesheshiti. Adecha upadesheshiti upadeshe ejantasya dhatoho attvam syat. Anytime a dhatu has a, I, o or au sitting at the end, it gets converted to a in the anticipation of, not in the presence of, in the anticipation of an ardhadhatuka pratyaya. So look at the prakriya. I don't say gai plus ktin giving ga plus ktin. That would be incorrect or that would be what inaccurate. Gai gets converted to ga and then ktin pratyaya comes and then giti iti shabdah tatra siddhyati. Why is this conversion important? Because we have that siddhanta only after the conversion happens an appropriate pratyaya will come. So we see that particular usage for the daridra dhatu. दरिद्राते आर्धधातुके विवक्षिते आलोपो वाच्यः इति वार्तिकम् अपि अस्माभिः दृष्टम्. In the anticipation of an ardhadhatuka pratyaya, the daridra dhatu, akara of that dhatu undergoes an elision, undergoes a removal. So we have daridra, atasya lopaha bhavati, akara lope krute daridra iti tatra sthite यो यतः प्राप्नोति सह ततो भवति. So only after doing an akara lopa a correct pratyaya gets visualized. इति न्यायेन गुरुमान् अयम् इदानीं गुरुमान् हलन्त धातुः अतः गुरोश्च हलः इति अप्रत्ययः अग्रे टाप् प्रत्यये कृते दरिद्रा इति रूपं सिद्ध्यति. So that was all about the pratyaya vivaksha, step number 3 from the flow chart. Krut pratyaya viva vishayakam parivartanam. At this particular point in time, the actual krut pratyaya comes. So now we focus on the krut pratyaya. We switch our attention from the dhatu to the krut pratyaya. So the next step is pratyaya vidhanam. प्रत्यय विधानं स्त्रियां क्तिन् इति सूत्रं. स्त्रियां क्तिन् इति सूत्रेण यत्र क्तिन् प्रत्ययस्य कश्चन अपवादः न विद्यते तत्र सर्वेभ्यः धातुभ्यः भावे अकर्तरि च कारके क्तिन् इति प्रत्ययः भवति. ककारः इत्संज्ञकः, नकारः इत्संज्ञकः, लोपः. So you have to explicitly write the sutras. लशक्व तद्धिते हलन्त्यं तस्य लोपः ति इति अवशिष्यते. प्रत्यय विशेषः कः? अयं हलादिः अस्ति, झलादिः अपि अस्ति, तकारादिः अपि अस्ति. So there are individual sutras. झलि परे किं भवति, तकारादि प्रत्यय परे किं भवति, हलादि प्रत्यय किं परे किं भवति. So all these things have been written over here, and obviously it is kit. It's definitely a big deal. Lot of kakara specific things will happen in the whole process. The next step is, so that's where we complete step number 4. Then we move to step number 5. So idanim tatra samasasya no chet upapada samasasya nirmanam bhavati. Understand this part. Upapada samasa happens between upapadam on one side and the entire krudanta on the other side. So inside the krudanta the prakriya will still go on, but at this point in time we do an upapada samasa. Obviously in the current case all this is irrelevant. Asmin vishaye upapadam nasti. So atra upapada samasah api naiva bhavati. That is exactly what is being explained over here. तिन् प्रत्ययः केवल धातो भवति, उपपदं न आवश्यकम्, उपपद समासः न भवति. अतः यत्र उपपद समास सदृश कश्चन समासः दृश्यते तत्रापि कश्चन अन्यः समासः अस्ति. वृश्चिक भीतिः इति वदामश्चेत् तत्र वृश्चिकात् भीतिः पञ्चमी तत्पुरुषः अस्ति. सूक्ष्ममतिः, सूक्ष्मा च इयं मतिः कर्मधारय अस्ति. राजनीतिः, राज्ञः नीतिः षष्ठी तत्पुरुषः अस्ति. उपसर्गः यत्र दृश्यते तत्रापि गति समासः स्वीक्रियते. So this is a copy paste slide from all our different 2025 classes. The next step is one of the most interesting steps when it comes to the ktin prakriya. अग्रे अस्ति धातोः विकर्ण प्रत्ययः नो चेत् कृत् प्रत्ययस्य इडागमः. सो अत्र शित् सार्वधातुक प्रत्ययः अस्ति चेत् विकर्ण प्रत्ययस्य चिन्तनं, सार्वधातुक प्रत्ययः नास्ति आर्धधातुक प्रत्ययः अस्ति चेत् इडागमस्य चिन्तनं. So this is an ardhadhatuka pratyaya. It is a valadi ardhadhatuka pratyaya. It is not a vashadi ardhadhatuka pratyaya. So vashadi includes till jabagada dash. So varga tritiya, varga chaturtha, varga panchama are all excluded. Ktin is varga prathama. Takaradi asti. Mata asya vishaye idagamस्य चिंतनम आवश्यकम. Just like tumun, tavya, tavyat, truch, trun, ktva, kt, ktavatu. We have this ktin pratyaya. Asya vishaye idagamस्य चिंतनम आवश्यकम. Now I have already explained all this in the class where I taught idagama. Let's quickly revise. आर्धधातुकस्य इडवलादेः इत्यनेन क्तिन् प्रत्ययस्य इडागमे प्राप्ते तत्र विशिष्ट सूत्रेण सः इडागमः निषिध्यते. वेरी सिंपल. सो क्तिन् प्रत्ययस्य विषये इडागमः न भवति. तत्र सूत्रं ति तु त्र त थ सि सु सर क से षु च. The reason why I read like this is each of these represents individual pratyaya. एतेषां विषये इडागमः न भवति इति अस्मिन् सूत्रे उच्यते. So ti, that's the tin pratyaya. It also includes the ktich pratyaya. We are going to see that in upcoming classes. Tu, त्र, strun iti pratyaya asti. Ta, tha, si, su, sara, ka, and so all these are unadi pratyayas towards the end. एतेषां सर्वेषां विषये एतेषां सर्वेषां प्रत्ययानाम् इडागमः न भवति. So pratyayasya इडागमः. Let me repeat the point I explained yesterday. इत्येतेषु कृत्सु इत्येतेषां सर्वेषाम् इडागमः न भवति. ति इति क्तिन् तिचोः सामान्यग्रहणम्. And then he gives an immediate example. Deep plus ktin gives deepti iti tatra udaharanam asti. Now here there is a vartikam which says ti tu tra tatheshu ityukte asya sutrasya sandarbhe grahadinam iti vaktavyam. केचन धातवः सन्ति चत्वारः धातवः सन्ति आहत्य ग्रहादीनाम् इत्यनेन तत्र चत्वारः धातवः तस्मिन् गणे विद्यन्ते एतेषां विषये क्तिन् प्रत्ययस्य इडागमः भवति. So in the entire dhatu patha, out of 2000 dhatus, there are exactly 4 dhatus for which this vartika gives an idagama. So grahadayaha आहत्य चत्वारः धातवः येषाम् इट् क्तिनि इत्युक्ते क्तिन् प्रत्ययस्य प्रक्रियायां दृश्यते. के चत्वारः धातवः? ग्रह इति क्रियादिगणस्य धातुः अस्ति, तस्य गृह्णाति इति रूपं, तस्य गृहीतिः इति भवति. सो गृह्यते अनया, नो चेत् गृह्यते इति गृहीतिः. कुच्छ शब्दे तारे इति भ्वादिगणस्य तुदादिगणस्य च अपि धातुः अस्ति, कुचितिः इति भवति. स्निह स्निहितिः इति भवति. प्रक्रिया तु सरला एव अस्ति. इडागमः आगच्छति, सो इ एंड देन ति. सो ग्र संप्रसारणं भवति, अग्रे पश्यामः. गृहीतिः, कुचितिः, स्निहितिः एंड पठितिः. So where is grahadi gana specified is a question somebody is asking. It is not specified anywhere. You just have to take it from the commentary. So commentaries say grahadayaha graha prakaraha yesham it tini drishyate, and he gives 4 examples, and these are exactly the 4 examples that are there for the idagama of tin pratyaya. Kruti ityeva. So in this here he says p. So somebody might, confuse themselves. Is this T of Pathati, Likhati? So is it the Tinganta T, Tiptas G? Is that T that we are talking about? So he says, no, that has nothing to do here. Krut pratyayasya yaha T, Ktich tatha Tin, iti krut samnyakau yau pratyayau, tayoho vishay idam sutramasti, asya sutrasya tatra तिंग सम्यकस्य ती प्रत्ययेन सह कोऽपि सम्बन्धः नास्ति. सो कृति इत्येव इति तत्र अग्रे रोदिति स्वपिति इति उदाहरणैः स्पष्टीकरणं दत्तमस्ति. So what is the gist over here? The gist is that out of 2000 dhatus, 4 dhatus according to the Vartikakara are going to get the idagama, or the tim pratyay associated with them is going to get the idagama. So somebody is asking, what are the meanings of all these? They are all to be indicated. They are all to be used in the bhave sense. So act of taking is gruhitihi. Act of studying is pathitihi. Act of, say, growing fat or say applying grease or something is snihitihi, loving, for example. And act of loudly talking is kuchitihi. So individual bhavas are being captured over here. Now, so far so good, but that's the ideal world. If you look at the usages, there are so many interesting thin pratyanta forms that you see with the idagama. So bhaniti, chaliti, bhaniti, a lot of thin pratyanta forms are commonly seen in the usage which have the idagama in them. So केभ्यचन अन्येभ्यः अपि धातुभ्यः प्रयोगेषु कुत्रचित्, that kutrachit is always a very risky thing in vyakaranam, parantu kutrachit tin pratyayah idagamen sah prayuktah drishyate. You are not allowed to create it. Drishyate. Bhaniti iti rupam drishyate, bhaniti iti rupam drishyate, चलिति इति रूपं दृश्यते. सो एतादृशानां प्रयोगाणां कथं साधुत्वं स्वीकरणीयम् इति चेत् fit all these dhatus in that grahadi gana. So grahadi gana, technically based on the example, it has only four dhatus. If you see many other books, they'll clearly say four dhatus are there, but there are some verbs where you actually see the prayogas, and it's not necessarily that these are the only valid prayogas. So idagamam vina api tesham prayogaah drishyante. So pakshe, bhanti, so bhan dhatoh bhanti, phण धातोः फाण्टी, चल धातोः चलती is basically also an acceptable usage. So these would be the ideally correct forms, but we just see bhaniti, phaniti, chaliti, and so on. We do see these forms. How do you justify these forms? Grahadayaha, graha prakaraha. So these grahadinam, in this group, you take it as an akriti gana, and in this group you add these particular forms. So somebody is saying you don't need a bahula grahanam over here. So yeah, I mean, by saying grahadinam and making it akruti gana, you're at least saving yourself from escaping or giving an explanation based on the bahulam. So tatra अन्ये अपि धातवः तत्र प्रयोगम् अनुसृत्य अस्मिन् गणे पाठनीयाः वद अस्ति उदितिः इति रूपं दृश्यते. So there are actually many such dhatus, not like handful of them, some 20, 30, 50 dhatus are there, where in the prayoga you somehow see the ktin pratyaya with the idagama. And how do you justify it? There is no sutram, you just have to justify it based on the prayoga by adding them in this grahadi gana. So somebody is saying, is this usage from the literature done by the experts? So that is correct. When we say shishta prayoga, it is the usage in the literature which is done by the experts. So I mean, for example, if you see these prayogas used by say Bhartruhari or Kalidasa, you understand that this is a shishta usage, and you try to use, or you try to justify it, you try to derive it, and then you can of course use it in your own sentences. So we will see in today's upcoming slides, at some places I have explicitly marked these points. So I mean, for example, where the non-idagama part has a specific prakriya, I have also given a note over there saying that asya dhatoho idagamena sah tin pratyayah api drishyate. Drishyate ityukte kutrachit sahitye drishyate tasya kathanchit sadhutvam spashti kartavyam. Agre gachhama. So that is, I think, the most and the only important point from today's class. I don't think there is anything great that we will discuss in the upcoming, half an hour, 40 minutes, whatever. It probably will end early today, probably. There is a question over here. Let me take that. Does the Vartika say that idagama will only come for ti, tu, tra, ta, and th? So out of so many pratyayas, is this the Vartikam is giving idagama only for these first five? That's a good question. Let me take a look at the commentary. I have my own answer on it, but let's before we talk about that, let's see what this commentaries say. He just doesn't. So he's only giving for tin. He's not even going into the further details. So the point is that if you ignore two pratyaya, so ti pratyaya and I think the tra pratyaya, if you ignore these two pratyayas, all other pratyayas are unadi pratyayas. So he says aunadikaha prayah atra vidyamanaha sarve pratyayah. Now when it comes to unadi patha, things are anyway so chaotic that whether there is idagama not idagama, you can always justify it based on prayoga. So unadi patha itself is created so as to justify the prayoga. So they're imposing a rule like, grahadinam tatra idagamaha bhavati and so on does not even make any sense. So whether this is ti, tu, tra, ta, and tha as the only pratyayas, or is it all these pratyayas, I don't know. The commentaries have only given the example of ti. One might be able to find examples of other ones. So Kaumudi, there's a good observation. Kaumudi does not even have this particular Vartika. Let's quickly search if it is there in some other sutram in Kaumudi, because in Kaumudi it's very hard to guarantee, but it's not there. No, what I was searching, ti tu tra tatheshvagrahadinam. So let's search this. So it is here in Guroscha Halaha Sutram, this ti tu treshvagrahadinam iti vaksham. Iti vartikam siddhantakamudhyam anyasmin sthale dattamasti. So that's actually, you have to always remember this. Kashika will give a vartikam at the right place. Kaumudi will give a vartikam at wherever it finds, its use. So all the sutras and the vartikas associated with it are all rearranged in Kaumudi. So in Kaumudi, if you want to find a Vartika, always use commentary search and find the Vartika over there. And here also he says Titutreshu. So now that gives your answer to the previous question. So the Vartika is slightly different. Titutreshu. Even a smaller set of sutras have been, pratyayas have been given over here. So is this just only these pratyayas, or is this a mere representation of the entire list given in the original sutram? We have to look at the prayogas, or we have to look at other vyakhyanas. I don't think any vyakhyana would really care to talk about the idagama of unadi pratyayas. It's not just worth it. And I think none of these commentaries also talk about other examples. So these are the only four examples, because Kashika clearly gives these four examples. These are definitely part of this Grahadi Gana, and other examples based on the usages we should add to the Grahadi Gana. Because if we don't add it to Grahadi Gana, there is no way we can justify the Idagama over there. There is no sutram that will allow us an Idagama, so we somehow add it to that Grahadi Gana. So agre gacchamaha. Agre tadanantaram agre asti antaranga karyam. So understand this, after doing an idagama, we enter the most important part where the biggest transformation happens. That is the anga karya. Anga karya, technically speaking, is the karya that is defined in the angadhikara, which is 6.4 to 7.4. परंतु अंग कार्यात् पूर्वं भिन्नानि कार्याणि तत्र करणीयानि. All of them have been clubbed in seventh bullet, 7a, 7b, 7c, and so on. So tatra sarva prathama antaranga vidhi. There is only one antaranga vidhi, tugagama by checha and dirghat. Tadanantaram kutrachit nitya vidhi bhavitum arhati, kutrachit atideshah bhavitum arhati, kutrachit dvitvam dvitva karyam bhavitum arhati, samprasaranam bhavitum arhati, and then we actually enter all the related angakaryas. So atra asmin sandarbhe nitya vidhi nasti, atideshah api nasti, dvitva karyam kimapi nasti. We need to worry a little bit about antaranga vidhi, and we need to worry about samprasaranam. So atidesha is not there because atidesha is for making a pratyaya nit. So gam kuta dibhyo nit. The reason of making the pratyaya nit is to block guna or vruddhi. We already have a kakara which is anyway blocking guna and vruddhi, so we don't really need to worry about atidesha. There is no dvitvam obviously, so we have only antaranga vidhi over there and directly samprasaranam, and then we will go to the remaining part of the angakaryas. So antaranga tugagamaha, again same slide, I have been copy pasting it. Checha and dirghat, you can take a look at the examples. Samprasaranam is a little bit more interesting because each of these dhatu poses a kind of different example for us when it comes to samprasaranam. Ata tatra sutra dvayam vidyate vachisvapi ajadinam kiti and grahijya vai. So we'll take each of these examples one by one. Tatra prarambhe vachisvapi ajadinam kiti. Let's go to the dhatu patha and see this yajadi gana. It's good to see it once a while. So some 9 dhatus are there, yaja, vapa, vaha, and so on. So vachi, that's vacha, swapi, that's swapa, and then these dhatus of yajadi gana. Etesham vishay kim bhavati kit pratyaye pare, only kit pratyaye pare. Nit pratyay pare nasti, kit pratyay pare tatra samprasaranam bhavati. So vacha ityasa samprasarane ukti, swapa ityasa samprasarane supti, saralamasti. यज इत्यस्य विषये किं भवति पश्यामः. तत्र करणे क्तिन् प्रत्ययः भवति. श्रु यजस्तुभ्यः करणे इति वार्तिकम् अस्माभिः दृष्टं. श्रुति स्तुति इष्टि, अतः यज इति धातोः विषये करणे क्तिन् प्रत्ययः. सो व्हेन यू हैव अ करणे क्तिन् प्रत्यय, यज प्लस ति इज प्लस ति इष्टि इति भवति. यदि भावे प्रत्यय विधानं करणीयं तर्हि व्रजयजोर् भावे क्यप इति क्यप प्रत्ययः भवति. अतः यज प्लस क्यप, तत्रापि ककारः अस्ति, तत्रापि कित्वात् सम्प्रसारणम् इज्जा इति रूपं सिद्ध्यति. So whether it is a ktin pratyaya or whether it is a kyap pratyaya, both of these are kit pratyayas, you will get samprasaranam. Agre asti vap dhatuh. So we are starting the yajadi gana, and agre asti vap dhatuh. Vap dhatuh is in the bhidadi gana. Bhidadi ganatvat shid bhidadi bhyong iti ang pratyaya bhavati. Now here is where the things start becoming interesting. Vachisvapya yajadinam kiti iti likhitam asti. Vachisvapya क्षम्यतां वचस्वपि यजादीनां ङिति इति लिखितं नास्ति, अतः अत्र ङित् प्रत्ययस्य उपस्थितौ अत्र सम्प्रसारणं न भवति, वपा इति रूपं सिद्ध्यति. कुत्रचित् क्तिन् प्रत्ययः अपि कृतः दृश्यते, उप्ति इति तत्र रूपं सिद्ध्यति. So as we said in one of the previous classes, we said that some places we get ktin pratyaya for no reason. Again, you have to justify these prayogas on the account of bahulam. So that's what I was saying again and again in the previous 2-3 classes. In ktin prakriya or in the ktin pratyaya, the complexity is not in the prakriya. We have seen the prakriya for so many classes that all of you are already expected to know all this. The complexity or the chaos is to understand where that tin pratyaya will come. So out of nowhere, even when there is no sutra, the tin pratyaya will appear and you have to justify the form. So vapa plus ti atra upti iti rupam siddhyati. वह इत्यस्य उह तत्र ऊढी इति भवति ढ्रलोपे पूर्वस्य दीर्घोणः. वस इत्यस्य उस उष्टि इति भवति. अयं भ्वादिगणस्य वसनिवासे इति धातुः. अदादिगणस्य वस आच्छादने टु कवर् इति धातुः भिदादिगणे अस्ति. तत्र अङ् इति प्रत्ययः. पुनरेकवारं तत्र सम्प्रसारणं न भवति. वसा, वसा is fat, the fat that covers the bones in the body. So that's achadane. Nitvat tatra samprasaranam na bhavati. Remaining dhatus in this yajadi gana. So veya tatra adecha upadeshishiti iti akaradeshaha tasya samprasaranam tatra u plus ti, and then we somehow get a dirghadesha because we have seen this vartikam uti yuti, sorry, we have seen this nipatanam uti yuti juti sati heti kirtayascha तत्र ऊति इति दीर्घत्वं तत्र निपात्यते. अतः अत्र ऊति इति अत्र दीर्घादेशः कथञ्चित् स्वीकर्तव्यः समाधेयः. व्येय इति अग्रिमः धातुः. वा प्लस व्या प्लस तिन. Again you have to do आदेश उपदेशिति first, then you have to add a tin pratyaya. व्या प्लस तिन संप्रसारणे कृते वि, so यकारस्य इकारादेशः. वीति तत्र वकारस्य अपि संप्रसारणं भवितुम् अर्हति, यकारस्य अपि संप्रसारणं भवितुम् अर्हति, परन्तु न संप्रसारणे संप्रसारणम् इत्यनेन यकारस्यैव संप्रसारणं क्रियते, तदनन्तरं वकारस्य संप्रसारणं निषिध्यते. सो वि प्लस् ति हल इति दीर्घे कृते वीति इति भवति. भे इति धातुः अस्ति, तस्य भा इति भवति. तत्र भा वकारस्य संप्रसारणे उकारः हूति इति भवति. वद वकारस्य उकारादेशः उत्ति इति भवति. कुत्रचित् इडागमः अपि कृतः दृश्यते, उदीतिः इति अपि रूपं भवति. श्वी तत्र उकारादेशः, वकारस्य उकारादेशः शू प्लस् ति श्रूति हलः इति दीर्घं कृत्वा रूपं सिद्ध्यति. So the most of the sutras should be familiar, or all the sutras should be familiar to you. Is just the list that we ran quickly. Sorry, the next one. ग्रहिज्या वै व्यधि वष्टि विचति वृक्षति पृच्छति भृज्यतीनां ङिति च. तत्र अग्रिमसूत्रे विद्यमानाः सर्वे धातवः एतेषां विषये किति तथा ङिति. So here there is ङिति च and किति comes as an अनुवृत्ति. तत्र सर्वत्र संप्रसारणं भवति. So ग्रह इति धातुः अस्ति, तत्र संप्रसारणे कृते गृह. इदानीम् इडागमः अपि भवति. गृह प्लस ई प्लस ति, टाइपिंग मिस्टेक, गृहीति. तत्र तीतूत्र इत्यत्र सूत्रे ग्रहादीनाम् इति उक्तमस्ति, अतः अत्र इडागमः भवति. तत्र इडागमस्य दीर्घादेशः ग्रहो लिटि दीर्घः इति सूत्रेण अपि भवति. जा इति धातोः जा इति धातोः यकारस्य अत्र संप्रसारणे प्राप्ते प्रत्ययः एव भिद्यते. सो ग्लाम ला जाहाभ्यो निहि इत्यनेन निहि इति प्रत्ययः भवति. इट इज नाइदर कित नॉर ङित, So you don't get a samprasaranam. Jani iti rupam siddhyati. Vaya is a specific clause for lit lakara. It has nothing to do with the krudanta prakriya. The next is the vyadha dhatu. Vyadha plus tina. Vyadha vidha plus ti vidhi. Tatra yakarasya samprasaranam. Yakarasya samprasarane krute na samprasarane samprasaranam iti vakarasya samprasarana nishedha. Vasha plus tina. Vasha becomes usha. Ushti iti rupam siddhyati. So that's what vyadhi vashti agre asti vichati vrachati prachati bhrujati. So four dhatus. Vyacha iti dhatu tatra vyacha ityasya vicha vikti iti bhavati. Vrascha tatra samprasaranam vruscha vrushti iti bhavati. So this is guru halash guroscha halaha iti sutrena halanta guruman dhatu asti chet tatra apratyah bhavet, but we have studied that clause nisthayam seta iti vaktavyam. So essentially you get a think pratyaya and whole of this prakriya happens. Pracha tasya prucha plus ti prushti iti bhavati. Bhrasja bhrusja plus ti bhrushti iti bhavati. So you can work all these forms on your own. Now there is a question on the previous slide over here. Shvi iti dhatoho rupam katham siddhyati. I think this must be a typing mistake from my side. Oh, let's go to this. Oh. No, why? No, sorry. So shvi ityatra vakarah asti tasya ukaradeshah bhavati. No, not typing mistake. Vakarah asti tasya ukaradeshah bhavati. Ukaradeshah. So this is sh plus v plus e. V becomes u. So sh plus u plus e and samprasaranache purva rupam. So sh plus u gives you shu, shuti, and then halaha iti dirgha shuti. So the question was, what happened to this ikara? The answer is the ikara gets absorbed in the ukara by samprasaranacha, and that's true everywhere. So here, ve, for example, it is v plus a or v plus a. So v becomes u. So again, u plus a, that a gets absorbed in samprasaranacha. Okay, so that completes the discussion on samprasaranam. Agre asti the list of all the angakaryas. Let's close all these tabs. Agre asti the list of all angakaryas. So a bunch of angakaryas, one after the other. Hruday dhatoho. I mean, all of you are expected to know this. Only when a sutra is a little bit not familiar, I will spend time on it. So Hruday dhatoho and Udoshcha purvasya. These two sutras come in sequence. Jagro vichinnal gitsu. So asya sutrasya kashana vishekah visheshaha jagru iti dhatuhu asti. This sutra says that jagru dhatu will always get a gunadesha. Understand, this sutram is very strategically situated. 7385. The immediate sutram before this is a sarvadhatuka ardhadhatukayoho. The immediate sutram next to it is pugantala bhupadhasya. So the sequence is sarvadhatuka ardhadhatukayoho jagro vichinnal nitsu pugantala bhupadhasya. Look at this sequence. So this is the sequence where we are talking about guna. So sarvadhatuke pratyay pare ardhadhatuke pratyay pare cha angasya guna ikaha gunaha bhavati. Pugantalaghupadasya nityanenapi gunaha uchyate. Idanim the sandwich sutram says that the jagru iti dhatoho vishaye api gunaha bhavati. Kutra gunaha bhavati? Yatra gunasya pratishedhaha anyatra uchyate tatrapi gunaha bhavati. Otherwise, sarvadhatuka ardhadhatuka would have anyway made a guna. So specifically for the jagru dhatu, even when some other sutra blocks the guna or vruddhi, like Kingfisher for example will block the guna or vruddhi, in that case also we will get the guna. So jagru dhatoho guna pratishedha vishaye gunadeshaha. So अत्र जागृ धातोः तत्र एकं वार्तिकम् अस्माभिः दृष्टं जागर्तेः अकारो वा इति अप्रत्ययः नो चेत् श प्रत्ययः भवति. श प्रत्ययस्य उपस्थितौ सार्वधातुके यक, because this is a bhavadhikara running on, so sarvadhatuke yak iti yak vikarana pratyaya. Yak is a kit pratyaya, so it will block the guna. As soon as guna blocks this jagro vichinnal nitsu will say that guna will compulsorily happen. सो सार्वधातुके यक इति यक प्रत्यय परे गुण प्रतिषेधे प्राप्ते अनेन सूत्रेण गुणादेशः भवति. सो जागृ प्लस श प्लस टाप, जागृ प्लस यक प्लस श, सो दैट्स यक प्लस अ, यक इत्यस्य उपस्थितौ गुण निषेधे प्राप्ते गुणः जागर प्लस य प्लस अ प्लस आ जागर्या इति रूपं सिद्ध्यति. So there is a question over here. When Panini wrote this particular sutram, he did not know about this Vartikam. Yes, he did not know about this Vartikam, but this sutram has nothing to do with the Vartikam. Jagru dhatoho yatra kutrapi yak kopi pratyayah bhavati. Kta bhavet, tavatu bhavet, tva bhavet, any other pratyaya where there is a kit pratyaya and a guna pratisheda happens, there you always do a guna by this particular sutram. So Jagartehe Akaro, why you don't need to consider this Vartikam for giving a valid example for this sutram. All the examples for this sutram will be, see, Vulla Pratyay is there. Very beautiful example. Vulla Pratyay is there. What happens? Vulla Pratyay Nakaraha asti. Nakarena Vruddhihi Bhavati. Vruddhihi Bhavati ityukte kathanchit gunasya nishedha. Look at it in a slightly different way. Guna was coming, but that was blocked and Vruddhi has been told. But this sutra will say, no, no, guna only will happen. So, guna na bhavati iti yatra ashayah, iti yatra sandarbha, tatra avashyam gunaha bhavati. So, sadhu jagari, jagarayati, and so on. Jagaritaha, kta pratyanta rupam asti, jagaritavan, ktavatu pratyanta asti. And he explains it. Vruddhi vishaye, pratishedha vishaye guna arabhyate. If a sutram blocks a guna, guna will happen. If a sutram gives some other karyam, that will be blocked and guna happens. So that is the power of this sutram. We are just using it by, because it fits in this particular context. Agre upadhayasha, the only one example in entire Ashtadhyayi, krita. तत्र कीर्तना नो चेत् ऊति यूति जूति साति हेति कीर्तयश्च इति तिन् प्रत्ययपि निपात्यते कीर्ति इति भवति. दीधिंग तथा वेविंग इति धातु द्वयम. So for these two dhatus, didhi vevi tam iti guna vruddhi nishidyate. So for these two dhatus, you don't have to look at the pratyaya. I mean, obviously, kingiti cha will anyway block the guna and vruddhi. But for these two dhatus, you don't have to look at the pratyaya. The dhatu itself says that I will not undergo a guna. So there is an explicit sutram for these dhatus that will block the guna. दीधि वेवीटाम इति सूत्रेण तत्र दीधिंग धातोः वेविंग धातोः विषये अंगस्य गुणवृद्धि निषिध्यते. अंगस्य गुणवृद्धि यदा निषिध्यते तदा you have a sequence of sutras overriding one another. I have discussed this particular, this is actually a same slide copied across multiple classes, so I won't go in these details. But as soon as didhi vevitam blocks the guna and vruddhi, we have achishnu dhatu bhruvam, which further gets blocked by eranekacha asanyoga purvasya, which further gets blocked by yi varnayor didhi vevyoho. This all has been explained in some previous class. The final result verdict is that दीधीं तथा वेवीं इत्येतयोः विषये अंतिम वर्णस्य ईकारस्य, दीधी इत्यत्र ईकारः अस्ति, वेवी इत्यत्र ईकारः अस्ति, तत्र ईकारस्य इकारे परे लोपः भवति. Now, where is ikara coming in the current context? We have ktin pratyaya, but there is an idagama. So, didhing tatha veving ubhayoho vishaye tatra idagamaha drishyate. So, in the prakriya, we say didhing plus ktin, or we say veving plus ktin. We do the ti pratyaya and we add an idagama. Ubhayatra idagamaha drishyate. Grahadinam iti vaktavyam tatra tasya sthapana karaniya. So it plus ti, and now as soon as you have that e over here, the dirgha ikara occurring at end of didhi and vevi is removed. Didha plus e, didhiti, a very well known book, name of a book in Nyaya. Didhiti or veviti, rasva veviti, didhiti. Sorry, didhiti and veviti iti atra rupam siddhyati. सो दीधी वेविटाम इत्येतयोः विषये ग्रहादीनाम् इति वक्तव्यम् इति स्वीकृत्य तत्र इडागमः स्वीकर्तव्यः, इडागमः स्थापनीयः. अग्रिमं somebody is asking the same question again. Idagama was coming only for 4 dhatus. Yes, that is right. Idagama was coming only for 4 dhatus in theory, 40 dhatus in practice. So theory is theory, practice is practice. The Vartika says the 4 dhatus, but you look at the prayogas. I mean, Didhiti is a prayoga, Veviti is a prayoga, Uditi is a prayoga. You have to justify it. And if you open some Krudanta Rupa Mala or something, you will see 40 such prayogas where Idagama is somehow shown. How do you justify it? Justify it by making that Grahadi Gana as Akruti Gana. So that is the only particular explanation over here. Okay, so agrimam karyam chaya iti dhatoho vishaye. This is a typing mistake in the slide title. It should be chaya ch plus a. There is no y over here. I don't know what I was drinking. Chai probably while I wrote this. But chaya dhatuhu. So chaya iti dhatoho ह्यस्तन वर्गे एव अस्माभिः वार्तिकम् अपि दृष्टं चायते क्तिनि ची भावः वाच्यः. So Striyamtin in yesterday's class itself, I can show it to you in the commentaries. In the beginning of yesterday's class, we saw this Vartikam. Chayate क्तिनि ची भावो वाच्यः. So क्तिन pratyaya chaya iti dhatoho bhavati. Now see, interesting thing, chaya is actually halanta dhatu and it is a guruman dhatu. So you should get a pratyaya by guroscha halaha. But this Vartika itself is a pramanam that we get a ktin pratyaya. So chaya plus ktin. Apa plus chaya. Apa upasargena sa udharanam dattam asti. Apa plus chaya plus tina. चाय इत्यस्य ची भावः ची इति आदेशः भवति अपचिति इति रूपं सिद्ध्यति. This is a typing mistake on the title of the slide. चाय without a yakara. So अत्र अस्य वार्तिकस्य एव विधान सामर्थ्यात् अ इति प्रत्ययः न भवति. The next is again lhada dhatu, same sutram. Look at this. Where was it? It was somewhere in the same here. Lhadaha iti yoga vibhagat tinirhasvaha. So this was another part of the prakriya that is written in the Kaumudi. So lhada iti dhatuhu tatra moola sutram asti lhado nisthayam. Asya moola sutrasya kaha arthaha lhad iti dhatoho angasya उपधायाम यः आकारः तस्य निष्ठा प्रत्यय परे ह्रस्वादेशः भवति. So this sutram is for nishtha, but in the tin situation also we want this ह्रस्वादेश. So तत्र योग विभागः क्रियते. लादः इति योग विभागः क्रियते. तिनि अपि यथा स्यात्. So how does yoga vibhaga solve the problem? You do ladah as one sutram and bring bahulam. So every time you don't know what to do, bring bahulam. So lada plus bahulam, which will say that lada dhatoho kutrachit prayogam anusrutya उपधार स्वहा भवति. So that कुत्रचित् is क्तिन प्रत्ययस्य विषये. So लाद धातोः क्तिन प्रत्ययस्य विषये उपधार स्वहा भवति. And then निष्ठायाम is a next sutram. So लाद comes as an anuvritti in the next sutram. निष्ठायाम अवश्यं भवति. So लाद धातोः निष्ठायाम अपि उपधार स्वहा, क्तिन प्रत्ययस्य विषये अपि उपधार स्वहा. So लादो निष्ठायाम अति इति लादः इति योग विभाग सामर्थ्यात् लाद धातोः तिन प्रत्यय परे अपि ह्रस्वादेशः भवति. लाद लद लत्ति इति रूपं सिद्ध्यति. अत्र गुरोश्च हलः इति अप्रत्ययेन भवति. निष्ठायां सेटि इति निष्ठायां सेटः इति वक्तव्यं. So anytime you see a halanta word which is a guruman, think whether it is a whether the nishtha pratyay associated with it gets an idagama or not, and then decide whether you want to apply the sutram guroshcha halaha. The next set of sutras, Numagama, Masjinashorjhali. We have seen these two sutras, these two dhatus, this sutram in details. So Nasha iti dhatuhu asti tatra jhaladau pratyay pare. So ti iti jhaladi pratyay asti tatra numagamaha bhavati. So numagama midachoontyat paraha. So na plus num plus sh prakriya is given over here. Also there in the homework today. Nashti iti bhavati. Understand, there is a numagama followed by there is a nakara lopa aniditam halopadhayah kingiti. Similarly, for the masja dhatu, the speciality of masja dhatu is the numagama is there between s and j. I have discussed this topic in details along with the commentaries while discussing the nishtha pratyayas. So please go back to those classes and see. But tatra antima varnat saman rupena numagamah midachontyaat parah antima achvarnat parah agacchati. So num will actually is expected to come after a of ma. But actually in this case it appears between sa and ja. This is justified in the commentaries by Antima by saying Antima varnat purvasya numagamah ishyate. After doing this numagama, then further prakriya is given over here. Now, ironically, this masja dhatu is actually halanta and guruman. So hal varna is there at the end. There is a sanyoga. So this is a guru swara. So this is halanta and guruman. So guroscha halaha should be applicable, but this is not nishtayam set. So the nishtha pratyaya for masja dhatu will give the form as magna. There is no idagama, and therefore the nishtha pratyay is not set, and therefore you cannot use guroshcha halaha. Therefore you have to fall back to tin pratyaya. Having said that, the Krudanta Rupamala and a few more books actually give a pratyaya over there, so they somehow apply guroshcha halaha. So yadyapi ayam dhatu anit asti tathapi kutrachit, not all but keshuchana grantheshu guroshcha halaha iti apratyayah eva diyate. So now if this is nishtayam anit, then how are you giving that guroshcha halaha as apratyaya? Then you have to resort to the Kashika style, Kashika's way, and say abadaya what prayogatah anusartavyaha. So remember that fallback was there in this Triyam Tin Sutra. I also explained in the yesterday's class. Kaumudi tries to bring a structure by giving nisthayam seta iti vaktavyam, whereas Kashika is more open. It says abadayaha prayogatah anusartavyaha. So probably all these books, I mean all the books cannot have error like this. So all these books are giving the majja iti rupam. So this particular form is somehow has to be justified by giving a pratyaya, and therefore by saying abadeha prayogatah anusartavyaha, you might be able to justify it. So here is the prakriya for makti and majja. You just do a normal masja plus a. Sa becomes sh by shtutva, then it becomes ja by jashtva, and majja double jakara and a. Then we have a bunch of Kid Vishishta Anga Karyas. All these are basically copied from the Nishtha Pratyaya slides. So Anudattopadesha Vanati Tanotyadinam Anunasikalopo Jhalikingiti. So that causes Anunasikalopo. So Mana becomes Mati, Gama becomes Gati, Tana becomes Tati, Yama becomes Yati, and so on. जनसनखनां संझलोः तत्र अनुनासिकस्य आकारादेशः भवति जाति साति खाति इति भवति अनुनासिकस्य क्विज्झलो कितीति उपधा दीर्घः shanti kanti tanti. So all these have been like thoroughly discussed again and again, so there is no solution to revision. ज्वर त्वर श्रिवि अवि मवाम उपधायाश्च तत्र उपधावर्णः तथा च वकारः उभयोः मिलित्वा ऊठ् इति आदेशः भवति. तस्य उदाहरणानि दत्तानि सन्ति. राल्लोपः इत्यनेन छकारस्य रेफात् परस्य छकारस्य वकारस्य लोपः. So murcha becomes murti, spurcha becomes phurti, urva becomes urti, turva becomes turti. Various examples. Chvoho shudanunasike cha satukasya chasya shakaradesha. So pratta chatugagamaha bhavati asya sarvasya shakaradesha. So sh will then become the murdhanya, sh will then force the shtutva, and so on. Shasa idang haloho shasa iti dhatoho vishaye ikaraha bhavati, ikaradeshaha bhavati. So shishya and then shishti iti rupam siddhyati. Some more karyas. Shachonyatarasyam. Sha dhatu and cha dhatu tatra ikaradeshah bhavati. Pakshikah ikaradeshah. Teacher. This is what we talked yesterday. It's there in Kaumudi also over here. Look at this. Teacher. He randomly, basically in Kaumudi, he randomly reminds you of some sutras. Unless you are like thoroughly well prepared with the prakriya, going in Kaumudi order is kind of a risk. You need to understand all the prakriya that is sitting behind. So he's not quoting any other sutras. He directly quotes teacher over here. So churti phulti, typing mistake over here. Phulti. So churti phulti iti rupani. Chara tatha phala ityatayoh vishay ukaradesha bhavati. Next set of sutras, everybody must have memorized them by now. Ghuma stha gapa jahati sam hali do dad ghoho dyatisthati mastham ittikiti dadhater hihi. All the examples. Similar examples are there in the Nishtha slides also. You can take a look. that eventually completes the Angakarya Sambandhi Vidhi, the biggest section. Then we go to Uttarapadadhikara Karyam. Uttarapadadhikara Karyam. Uttarapadam Vidyate Tatra Vastutah Uttarapadadhikara Karyam Asti. Khit Pratyaha Yatra Asti. खश नो चेत् खच एतादृशाः प्रत्ययाः यत्र सन्ति तत्र अस्मिन् सोपाने किञ्चन कार्यं विद्यते अत्र अस्मिन् प्रकरणे अस्मिन् सन्दर्भे तु उत्तरपद उपपदमेव नास्ति अतः उत्तरपदाधिकारकार्यमपि अत्र किमपि नैव प्रवर्तते. Next is Varna Karyam. So Lopo Vyorvali is the sutram that you typically don't see in any other prakriyas. So Kaumadikara has kindly given an example. So, these examples are also chosen, picked up very thoughtfully. For example, he gives these three examples, one for Ghaya, one for Acha, and one for Upper. And then he gives an example of Lopo Vyorvali, which is not a commonly used sutram in the Pratyaya Vishishtam Varna Karyam. So Lopo Vyorvali ityatra antima vakarasya antima yakarasya lopaha bhavati kevalam yakarasya eva udaharanani drishyante. So I think I mentioned this at one point in time in the class that asmin sutre vakara grahanam kimartham अस्मिन् भाष्ये महती चर्चा अपि विद्यते. We will not go in those details. बट तत्र यकारस्यैव उदाहरणानि तत्र सन्ति. स्फाय वलादि प्रत्यय परे यकार लोपः स्फा प्लस ति स्फाति. क्ष्माय क्ष्माति. पूय पूति इति उदाहरणानि सन्ति. इको यणचि एते धत्युट्सु. तत्र वार्तिकं प्रात् ऊह ऊढ ऊढि एष ऐष्येषु प्र उपसर्गात् ऊढि इति क्तिन् प्रत्ययान्त शब्दः अस्ति चेत् तत्र वृद्धिः भवति. गुणं बाधित्वा वृद्धिः भवति. सो प्रात प्लस ऊढि. प्रात इज प्र उपसर्ग पंचमी अस्ति. प्र प्लस वह प्लस क्तिन्. वह प्लस तिन् गिव्स यू ऊढि. प्र प्लस ऊढि. तत्र गुणं बाधित्वा वृद्धिः अनेन वार्तिकेन प्रौढि इति रूपं स्थिति. All other varna karyas will be there, akasavarne dirgha and so on, between the upasarga and the dhatu. So if the dhatu begins with akara and the upasarga begins with say ends with ikara, say v plus a, there'll be anadesha. So other karyas engi pararupam akasavarne dirgha and so on will always be there, but they are not specific to pratyaya. They are basically just the varna karya between the dhatu and the upasarga, so we can skip them over here. The last bit of today's discussion, Tripadikaryam. Again, nothing to discuss over here. Bunch of sutras. I have basically listed them here. The sequence matters because of the Asiddhadhikara. So, Krupo Rolaha Upasargasya Ayatau. उपसर्गस्य आययौ परा इति अस्ति तस्य पला भवति. स्कोः संयोगाद्योरन्ते च चोः कुः होढः दादेर्धातोर्घः वाद्रुह मुह श्नुः श्निहाम्. सो अत्र श्णिः इति धातुः अस्ति दृश्यतां. द्रुह मुह श्णुः इत्येतेषां सर्वेषां तु सर्वत्र उदाहरणानि भवति. श्णिः इति धातुः अस्ति. अयं धातुः अत्र ग्रहादिगणे स्वीक्रियते. So four most important or the four authentic dhatus of that grahadi gana. Let's actually go back. No, where I'm going back? Here, idagama set. Here. So look at the four most important dhatus. One of them is a sniha dhatu over here. So the sniha dhatu va druha muha shnuha sniham. That sniha dhatu is there in this particular context. Okay. So dva druha muha shnuha sniham. Tatra sniha ityasya vishe asya sutrasya prasaktihi nasti, because all these sutras are applicable for padante and jhali pare. Here there is no question of padanta, so jhali pare. So only when the ta directly comes in front of the hakara. So druha plus tin ityatra hakarasya ghakara desha jhali pare bhavati. So jhal letter must be in front. If the idagama comes, anyway jhal letter is hidden behind that ikara, so you don't get any of these sutras. Nahodhaha धकारादेशा व्रज भ्रज सृज मृज जराज भ्राज छशांशः झषस्तथोर्धोधः and so on. So there is a question of what happened to the vakaranta dhatus for lopo vyor vali. So yeah, I did explain it 5 minutes ago that there are no examples of vakaranta dhatus for lopo vyor vali. In fact, in the bhasha, there is a detailed discussion, and the conclusion is that you don't need a vakara in this sutram at all. So there are examples of vakara, but they can be justified by some way. But in the Krudanta Prakaranam, in the Tin Prakriya, for example, or in most of the Krut Prakriyas, you don't find the example of Vakara. You go back to, I think, class number 23, 24, I have given one or two examples of Vakara where the Vakara part of Lopo Vyorvali matters. But usually we don't get the examples of Vakara. Why we don't get the examples of Vakara is because this is Varna Karyam, Varnad Angambaliyaha, and before the Varna Karyam, we have this Anga Karyam which says that vakarasya ut iti adeshah bhavati. So anytime there is a vakara at the end, before we really reach ropo vyor vali, vakara is going to get converted to ut because the conditions are same. So vakara will get converted to ut. You do not have any scope for vakara remaining as it is. So most of the cases, there are some cases where you get examples of vakara, but in bhasha there is a discussion on whether the presence of vakara in this sutra is really important for justifying those cases, or whether those cases can be justified by a different mechanism. So let's not go in those details. I think I've talked about these in some class 23, 25 somewhere, where I talked about the one entire class was taken for the varna karyas. At that point I have explained that point in details. Anyway, so agre gachhamaha. व्रज भ्रज झषस् तथोर्धोधा and so on iti sarvani sutrani दृष्टानि. तदनन्तरम अग्रे अस्ति ल्वादिभ्यः. So this is another important sutram over here. ल्वादिभ्यः इति सूत्रेण निष्ठा प्रत्ययस्य नकारादेशः भवति. This is a sutram that is important for the nishtha, the ta and the tavatu pratyas, and by this sutram ल्वादिगणे विद्यमानानां धातूनां विषये निष्ठा प्रत्ययस्य नकारादेशः भवति. निष्ठा तकारस्य नकारादेशः भवति. Now in this sutram there is a vartikam present over here which says rukaral vadibhyah tin nishtavad bhavati, which I also discussed yesterday. Dirgha rukarant dhatus and the verbs of this lwadi gana, for these dhatus tin pratyaya also undergoes a nakara desha. So lwadi gana is thus now overloaded. Lwadi gana, the verbs of lwadi gana, निष्ठा प्रत्यय परे अपि नकारादेश, निष्ठा प्रत्ययस्य अपि नकारादेशः, क्तिन् प्रत्ययस्य अपि नकारादेशः. In addition, दीर्घ रुकारांत धातुस, for these dhatus nishtha pratyay is anyway becoming nakara by radabhyam nishthato nah purvasya cha daha. So tru iti dhatum svikurmashchet tatra tirna iti bhavati. So tru becomes tira, and as soon as there is a r over there, the radabhyam nishthato nah purvasya cha daha sutram will kick in, and the ta of nishtha pratyay will become na. So the same story is repeated over here also. So dirgha rukaranta dhatus and lwadis एतेषां विषये क्तिन् प्रत्ययः निष्ठावद् भवति. कः अर्थः? very precisely worded vartika. यत्र यत्र निष्ठा प्रत्ययस्य नकारादेशः तत्र अस्यापि नकारादेशः. यदि निष्ठा प्रत्ययस्य नकारादेशः कथंचित् निषिध्यते तर्हि अस्यः नकारादेश अस्य नकारादेशः अपि कथंचित् निषिध्यते. So निष्ठा प्रत्यय सदृशं नकारादेशः. These are the examples of lavadi gana. Lu becomes luni, dhu dhuni, सर्वत्र लूनः धूनः प्लीनः जीनः इति अस्ति. अतः लूनी धूनी जीनी प्लीनी इति क्तिन् प्रत्ययस्य विषये अपि नकारादेशः भवति. Same thing for the दीर्घ रुकारान्त. Kru becomes kirni. Kru will become kira, kira plus ni, kirni. Rudai dhatu is what kira is generated. Tru tir tirni. Pru dhatoh pura purni. Ityetani bhinnani udaharanani. Now purni case is very interesting because it actually puts this nishtavad bhavati to the litmus test. What happens is, for the pru dhatu, the nishtha natvam is actually blocked. Na dhyakhya प्रुमूर्च्छिमदाम् इति सूत्रेण प्रू धातोः निष्ठानत्वं निषिध्यते. न यदि प्रू धातोः निष्ठानत्वं निषिध्यते तर्हि क्तिन् प्रत्यये परे नत्वं भवति वा इति प्रश्नः. तत्र पंडितानां मतानि विभज्यन्ते. Some people say that there are prayogas with the nakaradesha. Some people say there are no prayogas with the nakaradesha. So basically people interpret this particular part in different way. Some people take it verbatim, ktin nishtavad bhavati. निष्ठा प्रत्ययस्य नकारादेशः भवति चेत् अत्रापि भवति, निष्ठा प्रत्ययस्य नकारादेशः न भवति चेत् अत्रापि न भवति. Some people take the semantics out of it. They say निष्ठावत् भवति इत्युक्ते नकारादेशः भवति. अतः ऋकारल्वादिभ्यः क्तिन् प्रत्ययस्य नकारादेशः भवति. Why do this second paksha also makes sense? The second paksha also makes sense because this nadhyakya pru murchimadam is specifically about nishthanakara. So these people who say that purni is a valid roop or valid form over here, etesham vishaye, तेषां किं मतमस्ति, तत्र निष्ठातकारस्य नकारादेशः न भवति इति केवल तेषां मतेन न व्याख्यातुमूर्च्छिमदाम् इति सूत्रं केवलं निष्ठातकारस्य विषये अस्ति. So you cannot apply that sutram verbatim as it is for the ktin pratyaya, and therefore you just take the idea out of this particular sutram and then you apply the nishtatakarasya nakaradesha anyway. So you say pura plus ni agre णत्वं कृत्वा पूर्णी इति भवति. Last slide, I think, or second last slide, a bunch of more karyas. I think some of you should volunteer and explain all this. Halicha, upadhayancha, nashchapadantasya jali, shasivasighasinaancha, rashabhyam nona samanapade, stoshtunashtu, shtunashtu, jhalanja jashi, kharicha, anuswaresi parasavarnaha. Kids play. At least it should be kids game for you all at this stage. The last thing, Tripadikramasya apavadaha. Again, same things I'm talking again and again. Basically, when it comes to Prakriya, it's going to be the same thing again and again eventually. So, shtunashtuhu iti sutram dhodhe lopaha ityasya krute ashrayat siddham. Ashrayat siddham means by the virtue of definition of dhodhe lopaha, the only place where you can apply it is after shtunashtuhu. So shtunashtuhu ityasmat anantaram tripadikramस्य उल्लंघनं कृत्वा ढोढे लोपः इति सूत्रं प्रयोक्तुं शक्यते. अपि च ढोढे लोपः इति सूत्राद् अनन्तरं पुनः त्रिपादिक्रमस्य उल्लंघनं कृत्वा ढ्रलोपे पूर्वस्य दीर्घोणः सहिवहो रोदवर्णस्य इति सूत्रयुगलं सूत्रद्वयम् अपि प्रयोक्तुं शक्यते. So all the meaning of the sutras are over here. Example you can see in liha, for example, liha plus tina hodhaha iti dhakaradeshah, lidha plus ti jhashastathordhodhaha. All this should be on the tip of your tongue by now. Jhashastathordhodha iti takarasya dhakaradeshah, tadanantaram shtutve dhakarasya dhakaradeshah. In this configuration, lidha plus dhi ढोढे लोपः इति प्रथम ढकारस्य लोपः, लिढि इत्यत्र ढ्रलोपे पूर्वस्य दीर्घोणः इति दीर्घः. So this step lidha plus dhi to lidhi, this is one violation. We are going from shtunashtuhu to dhodhe lopah. This lidhi to lidhi is a second violation. We are going from dhodhe lopah to ढ्रलोपे पूर्वस्य दीर्घोणः. Similarly, the next example is for sahivaho ot varna, ot avarnasya. So sah tatra sadha, same prakriya, sadha plus d, ढोढे लोपः इति कृते सढि, तत्र अकारस्य ओकारादेशे सोढि इति रूपं सिद्ध्यति. सोढ इति त प्रत्ययान्त रूपं, तदेव अत्रापि सैव प्रक्रिया सोढि इति रूपं भवति. And with this, eventually we complete the 9th sheet of our course, Strilinga Vachina Pratyayaha. So that's all about this tin pratyaya. There is a question over here. Oh. If we want to apply a stri pratyaya to a nishtha pratyayanta word, say for example, luna iti asti, tasya stri pratyayanta rupam kim bhavati? Normal tap will be there. Pathita will become pathita. Gata will become gata. So luna will become luna. So that is tin pratyayanta, or that is feminine form of ta. The ktin pratyanta form will be luni. How are both of them different? uh, the luni is explicitly in the bhave and akartari chakarake sense. The ta pratyaya will be in the bhave in the karmani sense. So tatra कालः अपि अस्ति. त प्रत्यय is in the भूतकाल sense. लूनि इत्यत्र क्तिन् प्रत्ययः कालविशिष्टः नास्ति, त्रिषु कालेषु अस्ति. So तत्र अर्थस्य भेदः अवश्यं विद्यते. So that's it. Let's take a look at the homework. I did not open the homework document, I think. Give me 1 second. Wait. Why is it not coming up? Yeah, this one. So homework is simple for today. Adhodattani tinnanta rupani sasutram sadhayata. 15 simple examples. Adhodattanam sutranam artham vilikhya ekam udaharanam datta. 5 sutras over there. There is a question, when will the answers to the homework will be uploaded? So I think answers to the homework till bhavadhikar are already uploaded. Before bhavadhikar, I think till 107 the answers are already uploaded. I'll work over the answers for say bhavadhikara and striadhikara. Both of them mostly in a week's time I should be able to upload it. If by any chance anybody of you have already written the answer, just send me, I'll rectify them and I'll upload them as it is. But that's not a compulsion, or that's not like a mandatory thing. If anybody has done it, otherwise, or and if anybody wants to share, otherwise I'll just write all these answers and I'll upload them anyway. So anyways, samapayamaha. One quick note, I think where did that thing go? So we are quickly marching towards the end of the exam, sorry, end of the course and then the exam. So when are the sample questions for the final exam made available? There are no sample questions for the final exam. I think I have taken one class on what kind of questions in the final exam will come. So that particular video is uploaded on the course portal. So if you go to the course portal, let's try to see, we have time. So hopefully this will load quickly. So on the course portal, actually there is a video uploaded, and in that video, all the discussion for the exam is there. So if you go all the way towards the end, after the Swadhyaya Charcha, you can see this course end exam instructions. So the sample questions, not the sample questions, but format of the course end exam was already taught in or discussed in one of the previous classes. So that course end exam instructions, the video is over here and the presentation is over here. You can take a look at that presentation, you can take a look at that video, but there are no sample questions or anything that I'm going to upload. There are like 4 or 5 sample questions in that particular document. That's it. And then about the timing of the course or how many more classes and so on. So we have completed the 9 sheets. The 10th sheet is very small. We need one class. 11th sheet is again very small. We need one class. So next week itself, on Thursday morning, we will finish sheet number 10, or Friday morning, we will finish sheet number 11. I mean, of course, these are all my grand plans. We never know. Once I start talking, one thing leads to another, but maybe max 1 or 2 classes. That's all I'm saying. So hopefully by next week, we should be able to complete the Karanadhikaranarthaha and the Khalarthakaha. The next sheet, Dhatu Sambandhinaha, will take 1 full month or a little bit more. So there also we have the Rini Pratyaya, we have Anamul, not Rini. We have Anamul Pratyaya, we have, which will require its own Prakriya. We have Ktwa Pratyaya, one of the most important Pratyayas is still pending. Ktwa and its cousin Lyap. So Ktwa, Lyap and Namul. So Smaram, Smaram or Smrutva and so on. So all these pratyayas are still pending. That will be in 12th sheet. So we will need 1.5 months for 12th sheet. By mid-July or by 20 July or so, I should be able to complete the course material, and then the exam will be on 31st July. Somebody is saying, can we increase the time length for submission? So there is no reason. I mean, I can give you whatever time you want, but the point is it's going to be a 100-mark multiple choice question. Take it as an exam, reserve some 3 or 4 hours of your time. uh, just keep your internet or books and so on, everything available with you, and solve all the 100 questions at once. So if I give more and more time, there is a tendency of let me solve 20 questions today, then 10 questions before lunch and 5 questions before going to bed and so on. So don't do that. Take it as an actual exam. So I have given 3 days, which is sufficient. In these 3 days, please find a slot of 3 hours and uh, give that slot dedicated for that particular exam. That's all I'm asking. So I think 3 days are definitely sufficient. If anybody has a genuine request, like in these 3 days I won't have internet and I'm traveling and I will be on flight and so on, please reach out and then we will work out something. But otherwise, I don't want to increase the time limit. Earlier the course is over, it's better for you all also, those of you who want to start studying something else. So इत्यलं समापयामः, अग्रिमसप्ताहे नियमितरूपेण कक्षाद्वयं भविष्यति. There is a question, let me take that before the Mangalacharanam. Would it be possible to give the PDF of the question paper? Yes, this time the question paper is only going to be in PDF, because remember the question paper consists of passages from Sahitya, and question paper consists of some kavyas and so on. There will be passages from the commentaries, so I cannot give all that thing in the Google Forms. So this time there is no Google Forms at all. The question paper will be made available as a PDF. The answer sheet will also be made available. So there is a one single paper of answer sheet. You take the printout of that answer sheet, write A, B, C, D, E, whatever options are there in the empty places, scan it and upload it or send it to my email address. That's the only way of submission of the test this time. There is no Google Forms and there is no automated grading. There are a few more questions. I can take them because we have some time. Are you going to teach any other course after this course? Well, no, I don't have energy and probably patience. But this course ran for 2 years, so I definitely need some break. I haven't given any thought over that particular point till now. Uh, then I think there's another question of when will you upload the homework answers. So I think I have answered that. सो इत्यलं समापयामः, अग्रिमसप्ताहे पुनरेकवारं कक्षाद्वयं भविष्यति. अष्टाध्यै जगन्माता यस्य चित्तात् समुत्थिता वेदानामुपकाराय तस्मै पाणिनये नमः. शब्दब्रह्म समाराध्य कृतवान्यो विलक्षणं सर्वाश्चर्यमिदं शास्त्रं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः. येन धौता गिरः पुंसां विमलैः शब्दवारिभिः तमश्चाज्ञानजं भिन्नं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः. धन्यवादः.